In this session, we're going to talk about installing and configuring templates, whether you've purchased one, downloaded a free one, or had someone build one for you. As part of this course, we've provided you with the Bolt template, so let's go ahead and install that. With this template, when you first download it, you'll need to unzip the first download, and inside you'll see an instructional PDF. I encourage you to read that. But the zip file is what we want to upload, so let's go ahead and do that. And we have our Bolt template. To manage our templates, we go to the Template Manager, and most templates have little thumbnails that you can scroll over. The Bolt template is very fast. It's built very well. It's from the same company that brings you opensourcetraining.com. And as you'll see in here, and as you see when you click on a template, usually there's a name, a description, what menu it's assigned to, and I'll get to that in a moment, and some of the parameters. Let's talk about the Template Manager for just a moment. Every site has a default template. That's the template that's used site-wide by default. You can assign templates to different menus, thereby giving your site multiple looks and multiple views. If you had a site that had a different audience, for instance a church site, where your youth section needed to look a little bit different than probably your main section, you could still maintain all of that information on one website, only assigning a youthy template to the youth section. Default template can't be uninstalled, but I will warn you that a template that's being used in a menu item can be, so be careful when you're installing and uninstalling templates. Let's go ahead and try that. If we click on the Aledia Bolt template, and I select from the list, and I come down here to our romantic comedy, drama, and action blogs, and I click Save. When I come back over to our home page, it's still the old Milky Way template. However, if I click on Action, notice that the template now has changed. Before you get worried when you see this, we haven't configured this template at all yet, and so it's a bit of a mess. Not to worry, all of the instructions for configuring the template are included in the PDF. Let me give you a different example. If I come across a Butterfly 15, which is a very strange and very creative template, I can come along and apply that template to the same menu items, and notice Joomla takes them away from the Bolt template and gives them to the Butterfly template. You can tell by this check mark here. If I come into Bees and I select different information here, and now come back over to my page, click Home, click on the News, click on Romantic Comedy, you can see that although I have one site, I have multiple ways of viewing the content. So that's how we install and choose the templates that we're using on our site. Let's talk a little bit about configuring. Configuring a template is done through the parameters section here. Now notice that this file is unwritable. When you're using a template, this should be green and say writable. If it's unwritable, you need to change the permissions through your FTP. The Bolt template has the ability to turn off certain JavaScripts that Joomla uses, and you should read the instructions here before you try that. Let's change the background color. Let's make it black. Thick line color, make it orange, and menu color, make it green. Next, I need to select the menus that this template is going to manage. Click Apply, come back over, click Romantic Comedy, and you get the idea. So even though this template has just a few parameters, it can really change the look and feel of your site overall. If I come over to Milky Way, we see that there's very few parameters here. Blue, green, red, let's go to black. Background variation, let's make it green. And fluid with maximum template width, let's make it small, just so you can see what that does. I really encourage you to play with this kind of stuff. Now, we never use it this way, but you can start to see how some template changes also break the content. You're going to want to be careful about how you choose your parameters and play with it again before you make your site go live. This is one of the reasons we really talk about having a local host environment to test your Joomla setup, or a development area on your live site where people can't come and see the kind of mess that you're making when you're playing. But hey, come on, it's fun to make a mess. That's the power of templates in Joomla. I want to show you a Rocket Theme template. Rocket Themes is one of the companies I mentioned earlier, and this template comes with a number of parameters. When you purchase a template from a company like Rocket Theme, this is what you're going to be able to configure. It's daunting at first, In fact, it's darn well scary at first. But this is where the fun begins. You get to experiment a lot and have fun with it. Notice that the theme here is in green. But with all of the changes to all the parameters that are available in this theme, this is how the theme actually ends up being on a live site. So installing and configuring your templates, depending on the template that you purchase, is either really simple or can be quite complex. But no matter how complex it is, Joomla makes it fairly easy to get the look and feel that you want with the template that you've chosen.